Orson, action, please.
To make a long fucking story short, I shoved a whole bag of jelly beans up my ass.
And that's what happened last time. Anyway, we're back in.
Ah.
All right.
Jelly beans are a rare commodity in fantasy.
That is true. All right, what voice am I using for last time?
I picked it last time, I think, so somebody else do it.
Do the voice of the blue wizard that we never get to see in Lord of the Rings.
There's
If
two
we
of
never
them.
see,
Alatar or Palondo?
Palondo.
I have no fucking clue what they
Do the
sound like.
Palondo voice.
Do the Palondo voice.
Do the Palondo voice.
All right, fine.
No one
This
knows
is-
what they sound like.
This is the Palondo voice. This is canon. This is 100% accurate. Okay. This is the definitive voice of Palondo. Ready? After confronting the figure from the previous episode, the crew find out this one isn't hostile. The figure wants the crew to not go deeper, or they risk imminent death. They also tell
Actually,
the
it was
crew
sent
they
to the
have
dwarf lords in their houses of stone.
We gotta
Imagine
reel
Kermit-
it in,
Oh, I
guys.
am.
Imagine getting home actually by Kermit the Frog.
We gotta reel it in.
They also tell the crew that they have been watched since the keep. Pointing out a location to the crew, Clink flies up and finds a small dark creature, and Clink blows it up with missiles, magic ones. After the figure vanishes, the crew head deeper because spooky armored figures are not a valid method of making decisions. They pass through a cave of shining crystals, keeping an eye out for more of the spying creatures, which Clink takes care of with an infinite magic missile staff. Reaching a huge chasm, Bess pulls out a spyglass and looks around. There is what looks like a city the size of Thieves' Den across the chasm, but it's a long walk around south and west to get there. The crew decides the first stop is north.
They did
Is that how
that.
that worked? Is that how that worked out?
Yes. Instead of
Oh.
going south, we went north.
Oh god, my brain was broken last session.
No, he said that I advocated for that we would be better off finding like anything we can before we fight the demon.
Right. Okay, I remember now.
And like one at a power level.
On the way to the tower, there is a statue of the Lady of Light with an unlit incense stick at the base. Glean lights it and inhales. He gets high as fuck. That didn't happen. That's bad lib. Upon opening his eyes, Glean is looking up at a sword buried to the hilt in the crystal above him. Oh wait, no, yeah, he was high as fuck. Never mind.
It got high.
Only after he jumped.
He jumps. He grabs the sword. He has a religious experience about how the forest and the light are intertwined. The sword slips loose and he climbs down. The crew find their way to a strange building with hedges outside. Glean seems to think a wizard lives there. Glean and Clink are investigating upstairs and meet Big Snack. He a friend, thankfully.
Is this recap not
Downstairs,
talk
a
about
T-Rex.
Glean just letting a tree grow into his head?
Oh, yeah, we
I
did
did
kind of just
kinda
gloss over that, didn't we?
I did gloss over that one.
There's
So
a tree in my fucking head.
He let
Glean
it
is now half tree.
he let that happen. He was just like, I'm gonna let this tree grow right now. It's on my head. It's now in his
It is now
brain.
Me,
It is now
Yeah,
embedded
that's
into my frontal cortex.
Yes, and
This isn't a fucking stand-up bit. You don't have to yes and me.
Downstairs, Atira and Amleth investigate the strange machine. After almost breaking it and calling Glean down to fix it, everyone heads back upstairs to meet Big Snack. After talking to the snake, the crew investigate and find the building has 4 glyphs carved into the floor, matching the runes they possess. When they stand on their matching glyph, a ladder descends near where Big Snack was, which Glean and Clink see, and a bookcase opens, which Atira and Amleth see. Investigation occurs. 2 wasted 3rd level spell slots later, and a small glowing rock with legs, the crew just all goes up to the top of the tower and witness a huge storm outside. Sheeper takes this moment to be happy he managed to draw a pixel dragon, and then we fight a dragon in a dungeon. Game over, folks, we win. Time to go home.
Did we forget
No.
we blew up like the
That
rune bases because we
and
all stuck our
your
stones in it at the
dragon
same time?
is stopped for 2 turns by a 1st level spell.
Yeah.
I
The dragon
got-
got a little tied up with some things.
I got
Fuck
2
you,
hours
Vito.
into the
I'm
4-hour
better than
VOD
you.
and was like, I can't keep this up. I've used an entire Discord message.
And like,
Take your spies, killed them, manor, tower, giant snake, puzzles, dragon, we didn't die.
And now the exciting continuation. I don't know why you put conclusion. Like, we're not finishing anything today.
Yeah.
Jerry saw the future. This is
Move
the
this
episode
session.
Keeper kills us.
Oh wait, this is where we all die.
Yeah, this is the one.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
this is like 13 episodes of torment towards him, and now he's gonna unleash like the fucking Wendigoon.
All right, tell us what happened when we rested.
You have a very peaceful rest in this place. It almost doesn't feel right knowing that this is definitely some place that belongs to someone else, but they're not home. Also, there
Have
is
they
still
been home recently? What's
the
the
giant
stress
snake outside.
level? Yeah, just
Oh.
giant snake. Bro.
Well, how home to the big guy?
He's chilling.
I know that, but more like a technical term. Like, why is his character model? We just worked on it, didn't we?
Well, this is
Super
the
didn't
inside
update the
variant,
right one.
dude.
Oh, that's a different cell, isn't it? Okay, that's fine. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Can Glean try?
Why he ain't?
Can Glean try? So he talked to the plants the other night. Can he like try and talk? What are you giving him, like saliva?
I'm actually.
He's you're mean. You're mean, man. Can you
Okay.
try and like talk to the stop? Can you try and talk to the plant that is currently growing into his brain?
Try as you might, you have not really made any sort of like headway in communication. Again, it sort of just
Okay.
feels like it's a part of you growing into you. Probably a little nature check anyway, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, the way you described it, after I cast Speak with Plants, you said that this thing had a relationship to me that was different from other plants. Or something along the lines of that.
Yeah.
I got, oh, that's a natural 20. We're going off strong, man.
You get the feeling that if this was just a plant in your head, like, it would have learned enough to talk by now. The fact
So
that
this
it's
is
still
not just a
being
plant.
relatively quiet is a little unusual.
You'll have your moments whenever you're comfortable to reach out. I'm always going to be here.
Yeah, it is a mostly silent, just plant in your brain. The rest of you, I believe, retreated to the quarters to sleep that night.
Okay.
There is just one big bed.
Four-way spoon.
I know I sleep on the desk because I'm a parrot.
Three-way
I just-
spoon.
Stand there.
Wait, wouldn't spooning with Glean kill us?
No, I didn't sleep with you guys. I slept with the plants that I talked to last night. With
Plants?
consent.
Is that-
They gave consent.
Did you? Are you going to like leave them your phone number? Or just like
No,
a
I think this
one
is a one-night stand.
brass stat?
We are married now.
Okay. Are we free to do actions, or are we still narrating?
You're free to do whatever you want. It's D&D, baby.
All right. I'm going to do my 3-round guitar solo, so I can activate all my pre-buffs. You all gain. I spend a 2nd level spell slot, a 3rd level spell slot, and my inspiring leader. You gain 22 temp HP, and
That's a
advantage on
lot of
wisdom-
HP.
And you gain advantage to wisdom saves while you have temp HP. Once it's gone, you do not have the wisdom advantage anymore.
That'd be straight unwise.
And yep, and that's me. Enjoy your 3-round guitar solo. I don't have a guitar with me.
You do.
I do not have a guitar.
Your
in
ex
real
guitar.
life. Yeah, no, in real life.
I understand that, dude.
Just insert your own guitar.
Wonderwall. Just 3 renditions of
No.
Wonderwall as everybody
Rob,
wakes up.
Wonderful.
We can't afford for this series to get copyright claimed.
Yeah.
It's Jover.
Quick, go and get the kazoo.
It's Dragula. That's the one I'm picking. There you go.
Well,
Anybody else want to do anything? Gleam's chilling.
Yeah, Clink would have spent the previous night just adding a couple of the extra scrolls that they got into the book of Brain.
Roll meta,
Puffing away
scroll
on
meta.
this pipe.
So I can make things explode now when you read them if I want.
You a
that's kind of
ninja?
fun. This message will not self-destruct.
Yeah, I can. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Order of the Stick, the old webcomic. I prepared explosive runes.
A boomy.
Because I found where that spell moved. It's in Glyph of Warding now, as one of the 2 options. Kling can do that now.
I think the big guy is going to move independently of Gleam, as Gleam just is having a little smoke break. I think he's gonna go he can't fit into the other room, but he is going to poke his head in there. You're gonna scalp my boy.
One way or the other, he's getting scalped.
Yeah, there's overlap with the feet.
Yeah, I think he's gonna poke his head in there and just he's silent for now, just trying to make sure everybody's awake. So you just see a giant frog head just peer in through the doorway.
We could probably make a creature stack. Like we could do Big Frog, Miora, Glean, and then we can do Clink and my octopus.
Cursed Megazord, if I've ever seen one.
Do you still slumber?
Ed?
Hello?
Hello?
Well,
Hello.
You good? We
Hi.
wake?
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
yeah. The big guy just peers his head in there. Is like,
Do you still slumber?
I mean,
No.
I guess not.
Big guy did not hear any of my guitar solo. Big guy's deaf.
Big guy.
big guy don't.
Yes.
What you need?
Okay.
It has come to my attention that we have not conversed.
Oh. Well, hi.
Hi.
Good to talk to you.
Are we friends now?
Sure.
By
Don't see why not.
extension, probably yes.
What is your relationship to my master?
We're comrades?
Roommates?
Coworkers?
I see.
Well, friend above all else, but
Liberator?
Liberator. My master likes birds.
he sure does.
I knew a bird once.
Wasn't it the same size as you?
It was bigger.
Oh.
Well,
I.
hi. I don't know how to talk to this thing.
It's like Michael Cera talking to Michael Cera.
Hi.
I'm thinking, I'm going to kick Glean in the crotch so hard.
He said bye, by the way. He's just
Oh,
like
he said bye. Okay.
he doesn't know how to exit a conversation.
I thought he said hi again. Okay, that's my bad. Alright, bye. Good talk.
Maintaining eye contact,
Oh.
he just slowly backs out of the room.
Plan. We can head south. Deeper, if
I'll
you
be right back.
may. Are we aware of our location from this temple versus the temple
This is
that
a
we
manor.
first visited? Towards the manor and the temple we first visited? Are we aware of the gap in space?
Which temple?
The first one we visited.
I'd say
very
you're
beginning.
vaguely aware that this is here, and you're over here now.
So I'm saying we can either go through the road and explore the space in between the temples, or we can head south, or we can head up north up that tower. So you have 3 different paths before us.
Okay.
Any thoughts?
I'm really curious about that bridge going there. Like, I know it's not necessarily where we need to go, but
I don't think the only thing we need to go is not directly rush into a demon before we're ready.
yeah. So
Well, is there anything we could find here that would help us versus a demon? This is supposed to be one of its containments. But all we found was a dragon. Something happened to my sword. It doesn't feel like much happened though. And what about the mask?
What about the Lord of Light?
Cheery, you're so fast.
Jesus Christ, Jerry.
Love it.
When you said in the round the corner, that was my first thought. It's an ominous frog head. Good.
Are you good?
Okay, well, I vote we head to the west there and check out that tower across the bridge.
Is going to kind of pull Glean to the side and be like, "You haven't been insinuating anything to your big friend, right?"
What do you mean?
You know we're just crewmates, right?
Master, these are not all of your sexual partners. Yes?
They were just crewmates.
No. No? What? Why'd you think that? They are all women.
Can Big Frog correctly guess Clink's gender? Do we even know Clink's gender?
No, to be honest, at the moment, Clink doesn't know either.
Can like Glean like guess the gender of?
He's a
You
primeval
future-
companion. He probably knows just by looking at it.
Okay.
Do not do
Okay.
an animal handling check to figure out, please.
Oh,
The big guy is going to do an animal
check.
handling check.
Like a gland, not animal handling. Okay.
Rolls a
okay.
natural 1. Yep, it's a bird.
Okay. I will
This
not
bird is
kick
made of
you
bird.
between your legs, Glean. I appreciate it.
You're going to what? Between my what?
I'm going to kick you between your legs if you were.
Do you want to
You're
get
too
it out of
old
your
to
system?
react like this. No, I really don't. Because you didn't do anything wrong. I was just saying if you did do something
You
wrong.
don't
would.
want to get it out of your system.
No, it's just that you didn't do anything wrong when I thought you did something wrong, so everything's okay. Alright, any
My companion is bringing
Input
up some questions
on where
I don't
we
want
need to go?
answers to.
What was that, El?
any input on which direction we'd like to go? We can go north. I
I'll give him
forgot
my.
how-
I said I
forgot
want
how
to go.
compass works, so I don't know east or west. We can go
okay.
north, south, or
Yeah. I said I was interested in the tower over there to the west.
Yeah, we should continue forward.
Is that not the tower we looked at last time
Or no.
where we found the map? Okay, so it's a separate tower, okay.
yeah,
Double check.
the other towers to the east.
Yes, your effort tower.
Okay. Just double checking.
Yeah, Adlith
Yes,
isn't
more,
this stupid.
more tower is more good.
Yeah, Adlith isn't this stupid, but L, the player is.
Mood.
This is why we use
Clink-
stats.
Clink isn't this stupid, but I am very stupid.
Hey, everyone's being mean to each other, to themselves. Need to stop. I know.
I've been trying to get myself to stop for a decade now.
I got a tree in my head.
I'm rooting for you,
Lee,
Gleam.
did you just figure that out? I thought you did it on purpose.
Um,
Do you feel it?
You good, buddy?
I'll do a I don't know. Can I do a Constitution check to see if I feel it?
Yeah.
I rolled a 19.
Of course you fucking feel it. There's a tree in your head.
I thought you were gonna do some like deeper metaphors or some shit, being like you feel connected, like the thoughts of this
This is
tree
like
are
the
yours.
opposite of a phantom limb. There's a tree in your brain.
Why are you making it sound like it's a bad thing?
You let a
You
tree
have a
grow into
tree
your
in
brain.
brain.
Something out of
Your
place.
might going to use photosynthesis and water now. If we don't get you sunlight, something bad might happen.
No, it'll probably.
What happens if you
it's
start
probably.
blooming? What if it's a fruit tree?
Then you guys will eat me.
The apples of knowledge.
But you're poisonous, aren't you?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You had that skin thing. Is it acid or poison? I forget.
It's poison.
Yeah.
You don't
So
take
wouldn't it
damage
be, like,
if
fruit made out
if I
of tree?
poison. So
Oh.
speaking out of character, if I do poison you, you don't actually take damage. You just get disadvantage on all of your like skill checks.
Actually,
Okay.
it's venom.
No,
'cause
it's a
it's
touch
skin-
poison.
skin.
It's secreted from my skin. I don't
I thought
spit
you
it
had
on
to
you.
ingest poison.
There are
Not
contact
exactly. You
poisons.
can absorb
It
poison
has to
through
be
your skin.
absorbed.
Dude, poisonologists
Somehow.
need to get in a ring with me.
So we're going to go
Essentially-
north towards the tower,
Yeah, let's go to the
so
tower.
I can get the game on track.
Okay.
I was
Or
going
else
to say
we're gonna
the
get
easy way to
stuck on.
remember, and it's just even more confusing. I was going to say the easy way to remember is venom is injected,
How's the bridge?
poison
What's
is
the bridge look like?
absorbed.
So, the bridge up to this place is pretty thin in terms of big frogness.
How is it
How
built?
far is it?
It is only a small walk. It sort of like slopes up though.
Is
any,
it
like,
100?
archaeology
Is it
stuff?
less than 150 feet?
I'd say it's about 200 feet.
200 feet. Shit. So I just can't. I can't cast jump on my companion and have him long jump over it.
You can do a running jump. If he doesn't fall over in the first 50 feet, he'll make it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
figured you
Anyway,
wouldn't allow that.
archaeology. Is there any tells to like what kind of bridge this is? Is this like a simple homemade bridge, or is it like any like
It is
specific builders?
a very simple, just sort of like stone bridge. Like,
Okay.
just very simple, very smooth, not really that chipped sort of rock.
Okay. Nothing really special. Like it's not like just a generic bridge. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go across it. Besides Big Frog,
Who's
Yeah, I'm
leading the
gonna
way?
have to cancel your summon.
I'm
Bug.
leading the way. I have the most temp HP, and I'll have my sword out.
Oh, after the rest, I completely missed the calculation. We got 10 HP back, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I did at the start. I have to at the start of after each long rest, I have to refresh it.
Okay, my bad. Okay.
I have an additional 7 temp HP because Sheeper gave me the water stone, so I'm the party tank, I guess.
Got it.
How much HP do you have?
37 plus 29.
Okay, but you guys,
It'd be
You
56.
have. Let's see here. You have
Oh,
8 more
66.
health than I do.
So
I'm
extra
going to
7.
do something sensible. Whilst we're going across the bridge, Clink just casts mage armor on themselves. It lasts for 8 hours.
I'm not going to
Oh,
call
besides-
you.
Oh,
them.
yeah, that makes
I'll,
sense.
I'll be sensible and pre-cast it.
This is what I'm doing as well. I don't want to waste in combat turns buffing everyone.
As you sort of like slowly move up the bridge, you come up to this tower, and it is incredibly unremarkable. It's almost brutalist in the way that it is just smooth stone. Even the door is stone. There's not even a chip
Does it
on
look
it.
like it's made out of magic? Because that sounds like something like someone making a tower out of like magic would do.
You could roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. Do I get anything for being an archaeologist?
Um,
Oh, well, that is a 17, anyways.
as you sort of like try and get a sense for this place, you sense that the stone is just stone. But inside, you can feel just a very curious sort of magic. Like, curiosity killed the cat. What was that noise type of, like, magic sense?
Magic on the inside? Okay. Okay, there's magic ahead inside the tower. I was more curious about whether, like, there's, like, any magic residue, like, this was formed by, like, a magical spell, or was this, like, handcrafted?
If it was, it is so old that it's hard to tell.
Okay.
To
Alright.
be fair, it could
On your
well
guard.
be. It could well be like part of like a similar thing to the new spell that Clint picked up.
Anything you guys want to do before I kick the door down?
I'm gonna
Well,
just have my.
Even
I'm
a
just
kickable door? Or I guess I'll just have to push it. It looks kind of big.
gonna push it like it's Dark Souls, you know,
I'm
where
gonna,
you get
I'm
the.
gonna tap on the door with my staff.
As, like, any of you go to, like, push, prod, or tap the door, like, the second you come up to it, it just slowly sort of just creaks open. Oh, creak isn't the right word, it's stone, but it slowly sort of, like, just grates open.
Grinds.
It grinds open.
Okay.
I need to mess with my layers here now.
The
So
layering.
Probably just like the last one.
you don't get to see anything.
Oh yeah, I have my inspiration die as well. I can inspire people.
Alright, so you gotcha. Oh. There you go. You don't see any of this, but I am currently enlarging. Oh, fuck it, fuck this. I hate layers. Grr. Why'd I have to do art?
Me when I look at an onion.
Me when I look at an ogre.
Me when you. Oh shit! This was the
Me
wrong
and your
layer
dad.
too.
Get struck by lightning.
Yeah, they're gonna look slightly strange, but you know, YOLO. So, you guys come into this place, and you are immediately sort of taken aback by the sheer size of this sort of like statue sort of fountain in front of you. It's a very nice degree of just sort of like plant life growing around this place. It's almost a sort of oasis vibe with all these sort of like just statues looking down at you. Of course, there's no like sand, but it feels almost a little refreshing in here. Looking directly up, you cannot see past this just absolutely purple barrier.
Jeez, the berries is more purple than I am.
It
Can I
is
do
more
an
purple than you
Arcana
are.
check?
For what?
What is the purpose of this barrier? I suppose.
You can.
What vibes does it
Does
emit?
and it's not see-through at all. It is.
That's a natural 20.
Okay.
The second you start trying to get like a sense for this barrier, you immediately start to get like a vibe at your sort of like hip, and it's just a couple seconds later you realize that your sword is slightly vibrating.
I will draw my sword and hold it out.
You witness just like the fountain in front of you just glow a little bit, but nothing else sort of comes of it.
I will dip my sword in the fountain.
Again, nothing else is sort of coming of it.
We'll swim in the water.
Do any of
Great
these
if it's
statues?
clean out. Yeah, I'm interested in the statues.
Do any of them look like the one we took the mask from?
I will say that the one in the center of the room looks oddly similar.
Okay.
Can I like hold the mask up, like to, like just kind of like in my vision, like holding it up to like my vision of the statue, kind of see if something looks right with that.
It looks. You can roll me a perception.
Okay. Perception.
Percepzione.
That was a higher roll than anything I got last session. It's fun. 24.
Okay, yeah. So like, as you sort of stare up at the mask and you stare up at this face, you realize, like, whoever this was a statue for, you realize they were a tiefling.
Okay.
Like, it suddenly clicks with you. You sort of like know the sort of like dark that their sort of like eyes sort of like portray, like the way that their hair sort of parts towards the top. You get the absolute sense that this is a tiefling. And the second thing you see is that this is a near perfect fit by the looks of things.
Is there a way for me to climb up to the statue?
I'm gonna say probably not.
Have mage
How
hand.
tall is the statue?
It is like 20 feet tall.
Oh, I can climb up that.
Hey, Glean, catch.
Why don't we just have Clink with the mage hand do it? I think it's safer.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, Clink, do your thing.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget, we have had multiple statues that don't like being stood on.
They shot a laser at me.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, it's a good call.
They almost killed you last time you tried that. They just cast mage hand. The hand goes long, picks up the mask out of your hands, and just floats up and casually tries to put the mask on the face.
Roll an Arcana check for me real quick.
Everyone or just Clink?
Just Clink.
Ooh, that is a 22.
You hadn't really noticed it until right now, but your staff is vibrating as well.
It's like toothpick size, so it's okay.
The mask slowly getting closer. Are you going to try and put it on?
Ooh. Thing just turns around as like, Master Staff vibrate. Me not
Sword
sure.
vibrate.
Well, any of the rest of the party that are magic users know anything about this?
Okay, here's something that I can do. Since I'm Circle of the Primeval, I'm the Keeper of Old. So I know I have insight in the ancient world. So I could do a history check and investigate what these statues represent.
Can I re-examine the now vibrating staff since I'm a bard? There's no identify anymore, but I would like a history check, but I'll use whatever check you give me.
Okay, you can do a little history check and Glean. What was it you wanted to do?
Also a history check.
On the
I got
statues.
17. Oh, I'm doing it on the stick. Or
Okay.
that's it. I need to do Arcana.
I'm doing it on the statues. I got a 23.
Okay, you got a 17 for the stick.
Yeah.
It's not very easy to sort of like discern the staff with how sort of small it is right now, but like it doesn't really sort of like bear any sort of like resemblance to anything that's been recorded either.
Okay.
I think
Glean,
the only thing we know about the staff is, thanks to the snake last session, it was the staff of them. I mean, okay, I know, out of character, I knew it was the staff of the master when Sheepa sent me the thing, but we found out last week that it was the master's old staff when the snake told us about it,
did
and
find
that's
that
all
out.
we know.
That's definitely significant.
But no, Glean,
Clink, do you
you sort of check out the other statues around the room. You sort of like get the same impression that these are all like statues of tieflings. They are very sort of like lifelike, so you can tell these were probably sculpted after real people. But you cannot like make heads or tails of who any of these figures are.
What posture are they in? Are they in like pain? Are they like finding peace? Are they happy?
They are, for the most part, robed, with their hands sort of like clasped.
I think this is good. I think this is another tower dedicated to the Lord of Light.
Go ahead with a clink then.
Okay, if you sure. And just slots the mask on.
The feeling that you got before when any of you tried to put on the mask, and it felt just imperfect and wrong, the exact opposite is true here. This feels almost identical to the spot that it should be. And as you slot it into space, the like little sort of like beam above just like parts, and you just hear this rumbling from below you as the doors behind you shut. And very, very slowly, the platform that you're on begins to raise up. And you all suddenly are moving up this very, very tall tower.
Is there a ceiling?
It appears that there is a ceiling, yes. From down here, you can just sort of barely make out a crystal at the top of it, but as you're sort of passing by, you start to see these sort of like statues again on either side. Only this time, they're made out of a very firm-looking metal.
Is our sword vibrating any, like, more or less now that we're going up?
For the briefest second when you put the mask on the statue, the sword and staff glowed a very brilliant blue, and then it subsided.
Blink would like to fly up and tap the crystal with the staff.
So, the elevator that you're on, it like stops eventually, and like as you like have flown up and tapped the crystal with the staff, like nothing seems to sort of like come of it. But you arrive at the top of this tower, and there is just a circle of these chairs, and on them there are just what look to be just skeletons.
I'm not going to go and collect any Lord Souls for you. I've told you before.
I'm glad you went that route, because I was thinking of Ezio meeting Altair's, like, skeleton. I take the apple of Eden out of the tiefling's hand.
Me one skeleton.
Can I suppose investigate the joint?
You're gonna investigate what specifically?
The skeletons, like, what? Who are these people? They
Can I go
seem
look at-
to be of some renown.
Yeah.
Can I go look at the
Are
throne?
they're all horned, right? Are they tiefling skeletons?
You can roll me some investigations, yeah.
Yes, sir.
What could I
How
say?
does
I
the
got a
weird
15.
magical thing feel as well now as well?
Got a 15? Yeah, these are definitely
Yes.
tiefling skeletons. What was that,
That's why I got
Dochir?
for 15. Damn.
What does the... You said that earlier on we had the weird sense of magic in this place. Has anything changed now we're up here?
I'll say that Antlinth definitely got that vibe.
I never did my roll. I didn't hear the check.
Oh, it was just investigation.
Okay. Investigation with 16.
Yeah, the same as sort of Glean. Like, these corpses have probably been here for a very, very long time. And they
Can I do
are...
an Arcana check to see if there's any like necromancy around? Something that would like trigger them to get up. I'd rather not deal with that.
You can do an Arcana check, sure.
Alright, that is a 10. Oof.
Yeah, you sort of like get a sense that there is a strong magic at work here that you sort of can't see. But something that you do sort of feel is, and I'm going to say this for all of the casters in the room, the magic that you feel in this room feels like it's fading. Hey Tira, you wanted to check out the throne.
Yeah, is there any like engravings or like any kind of verbiage on it, I guess?
From what you can see, there is no sort of like carvings or anything, and it's not even sort of like lavish. It's just sort of the biggest of these stone thrones.
How high up is the seat from me?
Where's the person that's supposed to be in this one?
Scale is how you say relative. It's not far up at all.
Can I sit in it?
You can sit in it.
I'm gonna climb up and sit in the throne.
As you sit in this throne, and I'm just gonna do a little copy because now I have to do a little paste. All of a sudden, this sort of like glow emanates all around the room. And you just hear a voice that just says, "Welcome home."
Mom?
What?
As this voice sort of like plays out, like you see these sort of like glowing spheres just sort of like appear around the room. Sort of like you can see that they're just ever so gently sort of like spinning.
Are they colored like us?
No.
What kind of magic is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, you can roll
Do
me an
we know?
Arcana check.
Okay.
Brother Christ,
roll
you wrote the campaign.
Oh well, yeah, I definitely flopped the Arcana check. That needs to be my next skill. I put specialization in. I got 6, so I definitely don't know what the fuck is going on.
Okay. Like,
Finn's hanging out.
you're sort of like just taken aback all of a sudden by the fact that this is sort of like happening.
Did anything change with the skeletons?
No, they're very dead.
Yeah, but
They don't appear to have their horns anymore.
Oh
that's
yeah,
fine.
how'd that happen? What the fuck?
You put the-
It's fine.
Okay, they grew back.
Don't worry about it.
okay.
That would have been a great detail to have snuck under the radar at you, but no.
Oh, saving file. Okay.
I think Link would also like to investigate these magical glowy things.
Yeah, I suppose Gling will do it too.
You gonna have a little looks at them?
hmm
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of look
Same.
around and like take everything in right now.
That is a dirty 20
On what?
investigation.
Okay. Are you also rolling for investigation, Chivalry?
No, I'm doing an Arcana on the magical things, and I got to 22.
Okay.
It's
Got the
like
good rolls
16s today.
So with both of you sort of like examining these things and just like taking a look over them, like you eventually sort of peer into them. Like whatever this is an arcane projection, and you can feel that it is damaged. It's like stuttering a bit, but you're able to sort of like focus past it and see what the original image was supposed to be. All of a sudden, you start to recognize continents that you've seen on maps.
This is Magitech.
Ooh, can I investigate the map? Oh, I guess it's just investigation, or it could be history. Is it like match up with the current map, or like how old is this map? I want to use history and date the map.
This is not just a map.
Roll the 1. I rolled the 1. Lovely.
But now
Well, that
you are
rejects
convinced
you.
it's just a map. Meanwhile, the other two of you, you're pretty like convinced that this is the whole globe, all the way around. A feat which you don't think anyone has ever accomplished.
There are continents on this map that I have never been to before.
Is there is there a I guess I kind of want to make the same check that El was trying to make here. Like just kind of looking back
what do
over
the
what I
other
know.
spheres represent then? Are those other planes of reality? Like is that green one the Feywild?
You can investigate that if you'd like.
I'm going to investigate the other orbs as well, because I just think this isn't. Oh, wow, I'm low.
I got a
It's a
17.
7. All right,
mean-
leave my bad rolls out the way.
Knowing what you're looking for here, ignoring that, knowing what you're looking for here, and like hitting the nail on the head, you recognize that this is a map of the Feywild. A full globe of the Feywild.
It's kind of surreal for Glean to see this. For one thing, because he's more or less completely thrown away his original mission, and also just renounced like all the education, or I guess in this case it would be more indoctrination that the Feywild has given him, and also for actually seeing like a very clear and concise, logical, like visual representation of what the Feywild looks like, a dimension that is usually ever changing. He's kind of just stunned in silence, staring at it.
Out of character, if that's Feywild, and the big blue one is where we are now, obviously I would assume that is where Andlith was born, or originated from. We have a red orb in the corner, which would
Would that be
possibly
a
be
furnace?
lower planes for the tieflings. The grey wouldn't be the Shadowfell, because that's apparently where the I'm not saying anything are from. This
Could be a
isn't
shout, though.
this isn't like origins of the people that are here.
I don't think so, because
Well,
Atera's
Glean wasn't born in the
not
Feywild.
primary-
No, I'm not even thinking like born in, but like originated from.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm not from Avernus either. So
Well, we don't know about Clink, so, and we don't even know if it's a furnace in that orb.
I'm gonna get down.
It could be the realm
If I-
of fire, for all we know.
What happens if I
Listen,
get
this was
down?
All out of
From-
character. That was a guess.
As you get down from the throne, the machine just deactivates. Or
Okay.
whatever this
Get your ass
arcane
back up on
device
there,
was.
Captain.
Okay, I'm sitting my butt down.
Yeah, I think this requires a tiefling.
Oh, can we like switch spots? Or no, it would probably require a tiefling, right?
Sure seems like it. I mean, everyone else, all the skeletons are tieflings. I'm a tiefling.
Where's your girlfriend at?
On the ship.
Also, my girlfriend. What do you mean?
We can't exactly dimension door her here. I know the way you look at her.
Huh?
I don't look at her anyway. What do you mean?
Not everyone's as filthy as you, Glean.
I. Yeah, okay.
Anlith, can you go look at the red orb for me?
Yeah, okay. I'm going to go investigate the red orb.
Okay.
What kind of check would that be to see if it's like what kind of plane it is?
You can roll me a You can roll me an investigation.
Alright, that is a 15.
This doesn't look like a representation of a plane to you.
Okay, what does it look like?
This
What can
looks
I
like
understand?
something else. Even like the sort of like magical projection of it is sort of like flickering in and out every so often.
Okay.
And as you're sort of like watching it, you could swear it moves a little bit closer.
Wait. I want to back up a little bit. I want to see if it keeps moving closer.
You can roll me a perception.
Alright, that's what I'm good at. Oh, wow. And then I'm not good at it. I need to shut my whore mouth. Alright, that's a 7 plus 6, so that is 13.
It is impossible to tell with it flickering.
Alright, I have an idea. but it might be hard to do. But if Glean's a druid, Clean's a wizard, and I focus on my bardic magic, could we do a ritual to try to stabilize these projections? And how would
just
we go
combine
about
our
that?
fields of magic.
Yes. I don't know how if Sheeper's going to want to do rules for like rituals or anything.
I'll give you a combined
shall we
Arcana
roll?
check if you want.
Combined
Oh,
Arcana check? Okay. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to add an extra d6 to that. So that's 8 plus. Oh, fuck, I got 10.
I got.
I'm really low rolling.
I'm going to roll a recall on this one.
Recall?
Yeah, because of my actual rate. Oh, that was actually. I'm glad I did that. Yeah, because of the rate, I can choose to re-roll things I'm proficient at
Oh, okay.
3 times per long rest.
Only
And I have
asked
u- I
you
might
don't
use
need it.
one.
I was going to ask for guidance, but I think it's too late because I always said my number.
Oh shit,
So-
yeah.
I got 23 on the Arcana check for that.
I got a 15.
Oh, just use guidance on yourself as a combined check.
What, can I use guidance on myself?
Yeah, it's anyone you can touch, including yourself.
Oh shit,
You can
okay.
always touch
One
yourself
second,
mid-combat.
Let me add a D4 to that. Cool, okay, so I got a 19 then.
Okay, so that's 19, 23, and
10.
okay. You're able to
Oh, yeah,
sort
low
of
roll.
like little sort of magic powwow. You're able to sort of like discern that like whatever this is controlled by like the crystal on the ceiling. It is nothing like the crystals you've seen growing outside. This one is like it's purple. It is purple and it has a very faint glow to it. And you can all just
Is
sort of
it-
tell that it is sort of like it's been slowly bleeding magic for a very long time, it feels like.
Oh, it's damaged. Okay. Does anyone have like a spare piece of crystal from outside?
Yes.
Can you see if there's a spot you can kind of fit it in to kind of slow the magic leak? Hopefully there's not magic radiation and we don't get like
can
magic
try.
cancer.
Magic cancer.
No, it's magi cancer. Yeah, you can't have 2 C's next to each other. It sounds weird. But yeah,
Okay.
Clink will have a look at the crystal and see if there is anywhere to slot this other little piece that it picked up.
Okay. As you bring the blue crystal up close to this thing, you feel the blue crystal sort of like sizzling in your hands. And then it just sort of like shatters and turns to dust as this like sort of big purple crystal seems to like drain its energy.
Oh.
I know what I have to do.
And all of a sudden it just starts to like flicker a bit and then it glows purple. And then you hear that same voice again. Like all throughout the room. Not coming from like anywhere specifically. You're not the supplicant.
The what?
I mean, we were earlier, but the supplicant brought other people into the room.
Arc. Failing. And then the light is just very rapidly starting to diminish.
Oh,
It's here.
dear.
You have to speak to it.
Wait.
Light is going out.
I command you, remain active.
It's sort of like just still flickering. The mages in the room, you get the feeling that this is a machine that has been like fighting to stay alive for a long time. Well, I keep saying machine. It's magical contraption.
Okay.
I am the supplicant.
You can deceive me on that.
Okay.
Let's see. Big money, big boy, big money, big boy, big money, big boy, big money, big boy.
Perception. 14.
Big money.
So, there's sort of like a little more silence, and then you just hear your connection has faded. Restore?
Yes, restore.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
I like how enthusiastic he is about this.
I don't like how enthusiastic Sheeper's about this. I'm worried.
Finn gains a tower.
all at once, like this big fucking crystal in like the ceiling just sort of like pulses and thrums. This magical arcane energy shoots out of it and just sort of reverberates around the entire room, like it's just continuously bouncing off like the walls and washing over you over and over again.
Oh.
Suddenly
Are
you
we at
feel
risk of
yourselves
collapse?
getting it feels almost like you're being linked to something, almost as if you've been running at 15% and someone just like put you onto charge is the right way of putting it.
I don't resist.
And then all of a sudden this crystal just starts shattering in the ceiling.
Oh dear. Can I do anything here?
You just hear finally like the red eye
Wait.
closes, and then this thing just snaps and crumples.
I didn't want to. I had an idea, but I don't think it would work.
Did you want to try and put your water crystal in it?
No, I was going to life transference.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I wanted to use this spell anyways. I'm going to life transference my energy to the crystal. So that's going to be 48 self-damage.
Okay.
Alright, and then I'm going to add an extra d6 from an inspiration. And that's going to add another 2, so that's 26. So I'm going to take 26 damage. And it's going to heal for twice that. So 52.
Okay. Quiz question, is this necromancy?
I believe so.
Alright. So, as you sort of like
Yeah.
reach out with this arcane spell, just sort of like, you're really fucking yourself up to do this. Like, you watch as the crystal that had snapped in place just sort of like freezes, just mid freefall. As like its light becomes like more red. And like it is just suspended mid sort of like mid sort of like failure, we'll say. Like the little projections, they turn back on again. Still sort of like sputtering. But right now it feels relatively stable.
Alright, Atera. I think it would be best if we can find a way to get down without it sending us crumbling down at full speed. Atlas also isn't actually wounded from this, but Atlas does look a lot... How do I say it? Tired? It basically consumed all my temp HP, except for like 3 points. I don't know what that visually entails. Make it up in your own head. Wow.
So it seems to like my commands for the most part. So bring us to the lower level.
You just sort of like hear rumbling again. The projections turn off, and the stone sort of like elevator starts like slowly moving down again past all of the sort of like metal statues.
Okay.
And you eventually arrive all the way back down.
I think it's my plan.
Guys, I think this is my tower now.
Oh, great.
Interesting.
Oh, Well, it's not very stable. We might have to look for a way to fix it permanently. As we could probably do a life transference one more time, limited by both spell slots and my actual health.
Well, we made it to the bottom, so at least we can leave if we need to.
Did the door open?
The door did open.
Yeah, so we're free to leave.
Well, let's investigate the water one more time. Is there anything in the water? What about Clink's staff? Has Clink's staff been doing anything?
Again, like, the water just seems like mostly normal. The staff's sort of like vibrating and such.
Okay.
While it sort of like felt kind of weird, it more sort of like felt almost like a recognition.
Alright, I am going to use a first level spell slot and cheat. I'm going to use Identify. One object I can touch. So I'm going to ask Clink if I can touch it and use the spell. And if it's a magic object or magic imbued, you learn its properties, how to use them, whether it requires attunement, how many charges it has, if any. And you learn any spells affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn what spell created it. If instead you touch a creature, blah blah blah. But I'm not touching any creature.
You learn about as much as is already on Clink's stat sheet for this.
Oh, okay.
This was
Called the Staff of the Master, and it has unlimited magic missiles.
I was wondering if it gained anything new.
I'll say that from a general sense, you suddenly get like the shocking impression that this staff is way more ancient than any of you realized before.
I have an idea. Theoretically, there is magic items that have a long attunement period that will grow stronger with the user. So I'm going to look at Clink. I think... Well, do I know that? Do I feel like this item would be stronger than what Clink can currently do with it?
You
like the
have
potential.
had a spell with it, so I'll say there is very much the potential that this staff has more power in it.
Okay.
And that does remind me, I did also want to like think about attuning with it during the previous rest, but I completely forgot because I thought of that a couple of days ago.
No attunas for you.
No attune till next time. I'm really upset that I didn't do a no, I'm the supplicant
Ooh, Atlas, I want to check
Spartacus
something.
moment.
Is anything
I'm
happen
curious.
to Atlas' sword hand from the dragon fight? Or does it look the same as it always has?
You can roll me a medicine check.
Okay. It's a terrible day. It's a terrible day.
What's going on? What are you investigating or looking at?
My sword hand. I had
You
two
want me
with
to
one
look
of
at
the
it?
dark blades. Sure, you can look at it. I rolled the natural one.
I'll do a medicine check on
It's
it.
a
then.
hand.
Never been healthier.
You look at your right hand and go, "Yep, that's my left hand."
That is that's a 13 plus 6, so 19.
Well,
You-
I'm not going to believe you anyway, so...
You
The
are
Sheeper can tell
100% like certain Enlin's veins are darker than they should be.
Oh no.
What? It looks completely fine to me.
Guys.
Hmm.
Look.
What did you
Clink is not proficient and has a +1 in medicine. I look at the hand and go, "Yes, good hand."
Her veins are black.
Oh
That's
god.
rude.
They don't look dark. They don't barely even look darker than normal. Could just be our diet.
Do I know what this
You guys do know
illness
what the
is?
sword is. You know what the sword is, at least.
The
Well,
sword
out of
sucking
game,
the
yes.
life out of you?
You can roll a Arcana check to check on this.
Yes. I guess
I
I
roll
could
a
say
natural
out
one.
of game is that I did attune with it, so instead of drain life from me, it will sometimes drain life from things like it did with the dragon.
You rolled a net 1, Ginger.
Yes.
You're
Oh,
now
wow.
convinced it's perfectly fine, Till. Could just be the lighting in the area, honestly.
Okay, I
Okay.
guess they are.
No,
just
no,
not
no, no.
normal.
You're the one that pointed this out. You don't get to say it's fine now.
I think it might be fine though.
I
Yeah,
don't know merfolk
like
anatomy.
It could just be like it's an old hilt, and it's like it's made with a bad paint and it's leaching into my skin, but I feel
Just your-
fine.
Just your veins?
I mean, does my hand look darker than normal? I don't think it does.
No.
Does it?
How does my sword react to
It's
this?
a lucky bit. Yeah, I'm going to say that we shouldn't cross swords. We might do something like the Might and Magic, where we just blow up and reset the universe.
Are you feeling okay?
Oh, I'm feeling completely fine. It felt like it was doing something when I was stabbing the dragon with it, or slashing, or
Has Atira heard any stories about
definitely
curse
gained
blades?
some energy.
You can roll me a history check, Adira.
That's a nat 20.
You remember
Okay,
back
let's get
to when this sword was first discovered, we said the same. There were, of course, the Black Knights in the old days who wielded swords like this, which would intentionally hurt the wielder just in order to like train themselves to withstand more pain.
And you say you're in no pain whatsoever.
No, I did attunement and other things with the sword. It seems we reached a favorable deal.
Atira side eyes her. Okay. You say so. Maybe have Sally take a look at it when we get back, though.
I do the I'm watching you thing with my hands or my fingers. Doesn't really work though because the eyes are on the side of my face.
You're pointing at your nostrils.
I'm going to tell you the same thing I told you a while ago. It doesn't matter what kind of magic it is, what you use it for. Holy magic of light and nature has been used to cleanse innocent people.
I agree. I just want to make sure you're going to be okay.
Thanks for your concern.
Oh.
But it looks completely normal. Natural one fun. Okay.
Well, in that case, while we're still here, is there anything else you wanted to look at? I can give any commands you'd like me to try, see if we can make something happen here.
Did it release the mask? Oh no, wait. Who has the mask now?
The mask is in the
Statue
statue
is
still, isn't it?
still holding
Okay.
it.
Part
Wow.
of me did want to
Wow.
have Clink
Can you ask
look
who
at the
built this
orbs.
place?
Was it Ginger?
Yeah.
Can you ask who built this place?
Can I investigate who, like, what is this kind of built out of? As well, since I've seen the inside, can I do a little archaeology?
Yeah, you can do a little archaeology.
All right, that is a 17.
It's again just like mostly stone, except for those statues that are metal.
Like no, like tells or anything. Like it's not even related to the tieflings.
This doesn't look like any tiefling culture, you know.
Okay.
Do you want to go back up for any reason, or
I did want to have a look at, like, have Clink look at the orbs and like memorize what's on there to draw back down later,
okay?
so that we don't need to keep coming back here to look at the orbs if we need to.
Got it.
Even if
Alright.
it's just like a very, very basic like sketch of what's in each one.
Does anybody not want to go back up to the top level?
I won't. I'll stay outside.
I will stay just in case of an emergency.
Stay with us on the platform, or
Yes, I'm going to stay because I can do one more life transference before Glean was probably going to have to heal me.
okay? Then Glean, stay here with Big Frog, I guess. Oh no, wait, he's all the way across the bridge.
Bess is just like, yeah, I'm also
I
leaving.
unsummon him.
Okay, so you and Bess guard the door.
What times?
Oh,
I got a
I
sneaking
have a,
feeling in my
I have
stomach,
alone time with Bess.
but
Yeah, you
Wonderful
can-
conversationalist.
I could talk to them about Feywild shit.
All right, take us up.
You guys head back up.
Mhm.
You're not here. You're not here.
oh, you took part of the horn.
That's fine. Didn't need it
Okay.
anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna when we get up to the top, I'll sit in my big chair, get the orbs going. All right, Clink, do your thing.
Yeah, Clink just flies over to them and just like tries to memorize all the detail they can.
Yeah, I'll let you do a investment mitigation while you do that, or maybe insight.
With which
Perception?
one?
You can pick.
I
If
don't.
the DM gives you option, pick your best one.
Okay, in that case, investigation is my better one, or Arcana is the better one. But either way, they both get a 23.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to like really take in notes of like what the world map is supposed to look like according to this. You are sufficiently sort of like happy with this. One thing you do notice is there is something grey that is circling the planet by the looks of things.
Is it a moon?
Is it a spaceship?
I knew one
God,
of us had to do
you're
it.
really going there?
One of us had to.
Might and magic.
I was just thinking back to the Nightmare Warden said there's a giant eye thing coming for us. It's an alien.
Okay.
Oh my god, it is.
Well, does it look like the giant eye thing?
Well, so out of character, the Magitech engine did say that the eye is closing.
There is a you sort of like take a look at this sort of like grey sort of like line. The more you sort of like peer at it, the more it looks kind of like just an arrow.
So I'm just double checking. Were the all the skeletons are just bare, right? There's no like gear or anything.
Uh,
They're just
yeah,
bare bones.
They are bare bones.
Okay.
So is this arrow pointing to anything within the room, or is this actually just an arrow flying around the planet?
It is pointing down at the big blue sphere, but it is sort of just like remaining up there.
Is it pointing at anything we can see specifically on the sphere?
As
Like a certain continent or area or anything?
as you sort of take it in and watch this sort of thing spin, you sort of get the vague impression that the arrow is going in the opposite direction, and it is just sort of like, I guess the best way of putting it is just orbiting.
Okay, so not pointing at anything specific. Good to know. Clink has no idea what it is. It's an arrow pointing at a planet. Probably says you are here.
She on the planet.
But yeah,
Can
once
I
I've
Investigate the
checked all
chair.
the four.
Okay.
So,
Continue. No. Continue.
No, I was gonna say, well, once I'd noted down all four of the spheres stuff, plus the fact there's a weird arrow, just fly back and say, I think I know it all. I think I remember it all.
I'm going to investigate a terrorist chair. I'm probably not going to touch it at risk of breaking anything because I'm not a tiefling. Well, I'm going to inspect it. Like, is it a pressure plate? Is it like any ruins?
you can roll me an Arcana check if you want to like look into the mechanism.
All right. That's an 11.
Not a clue.
Not, yeah, it's just one of those days. All right.
You'll gotta get new dice.
I'm not today.
Web dice roller.
I've not rolled anything lower than a 16 so far, I think, apart from the one time when I used my recall.
I rolled 2 ones. It's a wonder. Hey, at least we're not in combat, okay? So, I'm I'm just glad we don't have to roll in a roll for like life transference, because then I'd probably critical strike and just explode myself.
And Anlith goes boom and blows up the entire tower.
No, it wouldn't. The tower would be fine. I wouldn't, because it's my life force.
Ah. When you say explode, I thought you meant like literally explode like a bomb.
Get Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
It'd be more like Anlith just falls apart. It's, you know, like when in JoJo after like someone's just been beat down.
Ah, yeah. Okay, gotcha.
But it's like not a retirement beat down. It's like a fucking Giorno 7-page Muda Muda. Yeah. That's what happens.
Eat shit, Green
I don't
Day.
want to imagine what happens actually if I kill myself with life transference. It would not be fun.
Anything
Okay.
else anyone wants to do up here?
I don't want to risk touching the throne. I think that'd be a stupid idea.
Can I kind of like take a look at it while I'm sitting in it?
Yeah, I really wish Bard still had use magic item or something like that.
You want me to check?
I mean, sure, you're on my head.
You guys can
Can you try to immerse yourself in the system?
Immerse.
Like, I don't know.
Well, we cast it.
Is
I
it
rolled a
like
1.
the other 4 tieflings? Are their spirits still here?
I wouldn't even know how to begin doing that.
Oh yeah, you're not magical. Like, are you familiar here? Anlith is like just kind of turns away and is like talking to herself, starting like, how do I explain magical feelings?
Use the Force, Atira.
It comes through us and comes into us and powers us.
This is a Star Wars episode. Got Death Stars, we got the Force.
Okay. Oh, I'm done. I'm saying let's get out before my life transference runs out.
Okay. I want to get off the
That's
I want to get off the platform. All right, take us down.
What was that, Clink?
I was just out of curiosity, Clink would just wanted to ask, who are these 4 skeletons?
Beats me.
No, I'm asking the crystal just in case.
Oh,
I have a vibrating staff. It seems to acknowledge Clink in some way, or acknowledges the staff at least.
Well, I think that's how it's working. It has a Terra, but then Clinks also has a staff on top of a Terra.
oh.
And then since Clink's magical, you're kind of just like showing up as like one magical tiefling.
Wouldn't be the first magical
Slightly
thing
larger.
that's thought I was the master.
Wait, fly off my head and take the staff with you. See what happens.
Oh no.
Okay.
This is science, Anlith.
Yeah,
Okay, as-
magic and science don't get along.
As you float off, nothing changes for a few seconds, and then the staff sort of like starts to fizzle a little bit, and then after a few more seconds, the sort of lights just power down.
Okay, so Clink is the one that was triggering it.
Yeah, I think it's your body and Clink's staff and magical ability.
Me? Me, supplicant?
I think you supplicant.
I think it's a combination. The rest of these are tieflings, so process of elimination, this would also have been a tiefling, but it would be a magical tiefling.
Was Master a tiefling?
You
Okay.
unintentionally bypassed magical security. It's actually pretty ingenious. I'm gonna have to remember this strategy. Do you think anyone's used this before? Magical equivalence? Which I call it. Anyways, let's get Clink back on your head or your horns and let's go down. Cause I'm looking at like the powering down lights and I'm being a bit worried.
Were there things that you wanted to ask?
Apart from who the 4 skeletons were, no.
As you sort of do ask that, because you are asking that, right?
Yeah.
The voice just responds again, sort of like breaking up and sort of like almost as if the voice itself is a crystal breaking. You know, you just sort of hear like council.
Very informative, thank you.
None but you
Oh wait, I have an idea.
remain.
What was Council's
Um,
purpose?
Escape. Find safe home.
For who?
The 318 survivors.
Oh no.
Survivors of demon?
The demonic war.
Demonic war.
Link just looks down at Anlith,
Yes.
expecting Anlith has an idea.
I'm going to be practical. Location and method of demonic restrainment, and let's see, any emergency caches of equipment.
There
Wanna use
is-
it like a whole person using Google.
There is no response when you ask it a question.
Tom Jones swimsuit.
Link repeats the question.
Yippee!
Clink repeats the question verbatim.
Yes, verbatim. In Anlith's voice. No,
Oh,
actually, no, in my voice. That'd be silly.
No, that'd be really. I like it.
Only the selection center remains.
Where is Selection Center?
The arrowhead.
Arrowhead. Where's that?
I said the approximate distance and direction. I don't want to push it too hard with exact coordinates. Plus, we wouldn't really be able to understand coordinates anyways.
We have sent you there, among many others. Now gone.
Wait, it's a thieves' den? The arrowhead?
He said destroyed. Does that help anything?
Okay.
That question you're asking?
No, I'm just talking amongst crew.
Where arrow located from here?
We
Cardinal
are
direction.
all in the arrow. The arrowhead is east.
East. Okay.
Distance? How far?
3 kilometers.
Is that direction ringing any bells for me, Shaper?
You could roll me an insight.
I'm thinking that would be the thieves' den, yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's Steve's Den as well.
Should we do one more pass
Is it-
through the vault?
That's an
I
18.
was going to say, is it the vault?
So, you are, like, wildly aware, like, how far this sort of, like, journey that you've been on has been already. And, yeah, you're getting the very distinct impression that that is Thieves' Den.
Arrowhead is thieves then.
You know, it could be possible the thieves never got into the vault proper. They only used the outermost vaults.
They did not
should
have...
Maybe
staff.
investigate the town now that it's empty.
That's true. We do have free reign to do so.
It's like the fact that Sheep is like, I destroyed that to get you out of there.
Could be sending us back.
We want to go back.
Back to the past.
Samurai Jack.
Rubble makes me feel good.
Bustin'.
Rubble make me feel good.
Rubble, rubble.
Bustin'. Okay, let's continue before I go insane.
Agreed. All right, take us down.
it again powers down and the lift starts going down. As it descends this time, you are hearing like almost cracking ice above you. Like
Okay.
small little shards of like crystal dust are sort of like sprinkling down as you descend.
I'm just hoping,
I don't wanna do that.
Anlith is hoping. Yeah, Anlith is just hoping nothing bad happening. Do we make it down and out safely?
Yeah, you guys can make it down and out safely.
Okay.
Ow.
The tower gets destroyed in the process.
Oh, take the mats with you, Clink. If you can.
Yeah, I'll see if we can put it off with Mage Hand.
Okay, you can you sort of take it off again. Once more, this barrier sort of comes back up, and you just sort of like feel something just. I almost want to say like going into hibernation.
Okay.
I'll
I'm
turn the
wondering-
computer off.
I have an idea. Clink, get on Atera's horn, and Atera, you wear the mask.
Oh, yeah, we haven't
And
tried
you
it
have
for
the
the
staff
done.
as well, Clink.
Yeah, I'll just try.
I think it's because
Just
Clink's
hand
small
the mask
size,
over.
it just recognizes Atera as a large tiefling.
Could be. I try to put the mask on with Clink on me.
You can roll me a willpower check.
Oh fuck.
I mean, to be fair, this is how we did it last time, so I don't think it's going to be any different. I was on the horn when we did this last time.
Yeah, but we also weren't as attuned to this location as you
True.
were. And now you have something to focus on, at least.
Is that a? It says a Constitution saving throw.
No, you're doing a wisdom check.
A
I
wisdom.
cast
check.
guidance on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, with 1d4 added
Yeah.
for guidance? Okay.
All right. Do I roll that or do you?
You're putting it on, so you can roll that.
Okay. All right, that's 19 total then.
It takes a considerable sort of like amount of willpower to sort of like convince yourself that you could be the person that this mask was designed for. And eventually you're able to like just hold it against your face and let go. And just keep it there.
Oh,
How are you feeling?
I mean, I feel fine. It was hard to put on, but I feel fine. I don't feel any different, really.
I'll also
Okay.
say that this mask isn't particularly useful because it doesn't have eye holes.
Yeah, I also can't see shit, so
Well, at least we could probably do more experiments with it later, and perhaps change its attunement.
perhaps. All right, I'll take it off and pocket it for now.
Okay.
Well then, shall we teleport back to the ship and check out the Vault and Thieves Den then?
Yeah, that sounds like a solid idea.
There's something going on in the Thieves Den again.
I was also going to say we can. Click. We can go down the road in between the first temple and the whatever she called it.
We
The
can
r-
fully inspect the town rather than just the bit that had like people that were letting us around.
Yeah,
It's true.
I'm talking about the road. In between, because there's something in between where we were during like our first session down here, the temple, and the. What is the one where we were at as last session? You had a word for it, cheaper. It was like M.
The mana?
Manor?
Manor. Thank you. Yes.
Man.
From a mana.
Yeah. Before we
Mana,
go
mana,
back,
mana.
I think we should at least check out a little bit more area so we can have like
Yeah.
a solid map of this place.
Sure, makes sense to me.
Yeah. Let's.
While
let's
we're
just-
walking, I will tell Glean all that we found out as well, because obviously Glean was not up there to listen to the spooky crystal talking. I mean, I don't have to be on his head to do that. I'm just talking to him, just
Yeah,
conversation.
but like, I want to. There we go.
Link builds a nest on Glean's tree.
I'm not building a nest on his tree. It's
Okay.
far too small. Honestly, I'm scared I'd break it. I'm bigger than the tree at the moment.
just
Just
how
snap-
funny it is. Calling
just
Glean's
snap-
tree
Just
small.
snap the bond, completely snap the bonsai, completely ruin Glean's future. It's like, oh, you have a dead tree on your head now. Sorry about that. No, I'm not standing on the tree.
Gimble glablamble. Gim.
Gim Gam, Ginger, Glean.
Yeah.
Ah, there he is.
Sorry, I thought I could sneak out for a quick piss break. Apparently not.
Oh, no pissing for you.
You have to announce your piss breaks. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta say I'm pissing.
Well, y'all
Have
were
to roll
talking.
for
I just
piss-
figured I had time. I'm sorry.
You had roll for piss break.
What
Sure.
we got? What's going on?
Natural one. You can go, but you can't move.
Piss your pants right now.
Would you need me?
Yeah, Clinky's just telling you all the things that we found out from the crystal,
Ah.
because you weren't obviously weren't up there to hear it all. So like explaining, they were some kind of council. There's like
Oh.
weird demon war. There's like 300 odd survivors apparently from the demon war that the council was meant to help.
Wars are
There's a supply
happening.
cache that's at the Arrowhead, which apparently is the Thieves' Deck. So that's why we're heading back at some point. Just so you don't think we're going back to look at some rocks again.
Wars have been happening in Avernus for as long as I think the world has been spinning. It's hard to kind of discern which war from which.
All right. Speaking of piss break,
This is the piss break
That was
section.
fast.
Was that?
Did you accidentally click leave instead of mute?
Oh.
I think that's our answer. Um.
But yeah, Ginger, to refresh. They were told that there was something at the Arrowhead. And
Yeah.
that these 318 had something to do with a council that was fleeing from the demon war to find home.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are back upon the road. I take it, you guys wanted to head through east here?
Yes, for now.
But now you're just sort of like walking it. Okay.
Taking a little walk.
As
You
you
be paying attention up the top for those little creatures to shoot at.
you can roll me a perception check on that actually. But I sound like a soy boy. You can roll me a perception check on that actually.
What do you mean, soy boy?
How's it going, baby girl?
Perception.
That's not a soy boy. That's the opposite, actually.
No,
What do you call
that's. Miss, will you please let me private message
Can you
you,
use another
please, ma'am?
recall on that one? 'Cause that-
Wait,
that's not a
which one's
straight roll.
the what?
Oh, okay.
Why
Then.
are giga?
I really
so,
don't know how much. I rolled
Why-
one
why
extra,
you guys so bloody
so
impressed with
14
Spectre?
perception.
You're able to spot one, like very rarely, and you can just immediately magic missile it. I take it.
Oh yeah, I'm not wasting spell slots on these little things.
Yeah.
Not when I have stick of shooty ball.
Sick of shooting ball.
But you guys, you start walking back down the way. I'm gonna take it that Ella's maybe still pissing.
Seems like it.
Okay.
No, I was here, but I'm currently someone's talking to me. But
Oh,
I'm
okay.
back now.
You guys start heading down the way, and all of a sudden, the like major tunnel that you're on, you start to just feel a very heavy sort of like vibrating all around you, and for a second, it feels like you're going through an earthquake. All of a sudden, the entire tunnel around you, all of the sort of like long floor of it, starts to glow with runes. And
Atera, Clink.
they are these very sort of like blue runes that glow the entire length of it from what you can see from here.
Okay.
Well, that's interesting.
I'm guessing that isn't natural at all, Clean. I don't think I need you to tell me that.
Definitely magic.
Are the runes in any kind of language that I can like make out, or are they just glyphs?
Again, this is another case of very ancient Infernal.
I need to learn Ancient Infernal.
You can roll me a little like a little.
Wait, I can do something.
Can you?
No spell slot is this? I'm gonna use a first level spell slot and cast Comprehend Language on Atera. I forgot I had this whole time. I'm sorry. As long as it's not a secret message or arcane language, Atera can understand that perfectly fine.
Oh, bitchin'.
And you have to be touching the surface the words are on if it's written, but it's a whole.
Well, they're on the floor, so.
Yeah. Okay.
So, as you start like reading through these, a lot of them like make a lot of sense. Well, they make sense to you now, but they don't make sense in their general sort of like placements and stuff necessarily. There's some that are like connect. There's a couple that are like conduit. There's a lot of like relay. And the more you sort of like investigating, the more you sort of like see these little, like blank spaces, all of a sudden, you see those blank spaces light up with another rune, and this rune says "connect, empower." All of you suddenly are hit by this massive fucking gust of just blue wind that's just like shooting down the corridor. It's like arcane sort of like fog just sort of like blasting into you. You all suddenly feel that same feeling before, as if you were sort of like plugged in to charge, is the best way I can put it again. You now feel suddenly 100%. As this like fog just like blows over you.
Does that include our spell slots, or
for as long as you are in Thieves' Den, going forwards, but not just the town, like this map, you will treat all short rests as long rests.
Okay.
Oh shit.
As you just feel yourself like just being regenerated, almost.
Well, that's handy.
Yeah.
Is that anywhere, not just on the road?
And anywhere like within this area.
If my sword can capture energy, I'm wondering, could I capture some of the fog in my sword, or does it kind of only work on life essence?
You sort of you give it a go, and yeah, it doesn't really seem to be sort of working for
All right.
just this magical energy.
Queen sees Andlith do this, and just like out of curiosity, just holds the staff up as well.
I might as well hold my sword up.
The staff and the sword, they do glow. Very bright blue. And I won't be talking about that yet. But they think about
Oh.
like Frodo's sword. You know?
Orcs in here.
There's
See-
there's orcs in here.
Wasn't it specifically goblins or something?
It,
No,
it glows in
any-
the
any
presence of
orcs.
Oh, okay.
Orcs and goblins were technically like the same thing, just different variants.
Weird.
Lord of the Rings is weird.
Lord of the Rings is
Yeah.
very weird.
No, but like that, they are
It's like
now
orcs with big goblin.
they are now like frumming as if they are again like as if you've plugged them in and they've got their power on.
Okay.
He just looks
What
down at the
about
stick and goes,
our
"Oh, you like?"
What about the water stone and the other stones?
I'll say that they're sort of like they're definitely frumming with energy, but nothing has sort of like changed within them.
Okay.
And yeah, you guys just feel honestly almost like demigods yourselves.
Oh damn.
Like the strength that you feel like you now possess.
We gotta go, guys.
All right. Well, should we keep sallying forth? I guess
Yeah.
we're gonna keep moving down the pathway then.
I'm gonna speed run feeding my cat while we do this.
Okay.
So as you sort of like progress down the corridor, you come across like a section of this sort of cave that it's caved in. It's definitely caved in. And you could see like what used to be a sort of like wooden fort had been sort of like built here. Outside of it, you can just see like there are heads like impaled on spikes.
Oh, lovely.
Fresh heads, old heads. Are they skulls now?
They are fresh.
Oh.
You can tell that they are still like bloody. There is still a smell of like fire near here.
Do we recognize any of them as from the thieves' den? What kind of heads are they? Are they humanoid? Demons?
You know for a fact they're not demons. I'll tell you that. They are.
Okay.
They're a mishmash. You know, you've got like
Do we
Couple-
recognize the bodies? Do we recognize the heads on the stick?
We do not recognize the bodies in the water.
I'll say that you don't recognize any of these like faces either.
Okay. Be on your guard, I guess.
Like this wooden fortress has just clearly been like attacked, and is not in a good way at all. You guys still heading on in?
I guess.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's see if we can go in a bit quietly, okay?
Stealth.
Well, sneaky.
Okay.
We're going loud. We're going all sneaky picky.
I'm playing D&D.
Playing D&D.
We're all playing D&D.
Yeah, Adlith is not going to be taking the lead this time since I used up basically all my extra energy with keeping the tower stable.
You come into this sort of fort. It looks completely sort of just like ramshackled, like it has been probably constructed poorly, but whatever attacked this place probably doesn't help. You find the stench reaches you first as you sort of like look over and you can see like there's just like a stack of like burnt bodies.
Okay.
Wait, they still smell? That must have been recent.
Yeah, the heads were recent too.
We're definitely
Didn't you
not
say
alone.
they were like still bloody?
I wouldn't say that the heads are still necessarily bleeding, but they're definitely still sticky.
These
Are there any-
captures from the last assault.
Are there any like supplies or any other like crates of things around here that might help us
How could they be
identify?
burning the supplies.
No, but like just laying around.
You can roll me a little
Oh, and
investigation.
it is a built object. Can I do a check on the like what kind of is this like is there a building style? That's what I'm trying to say of the wooden fort.
It's 16.
You can check for the start,
Like-
yeah. 16, you're able to sort of like look around. Even like it seems like whoever attacked this place didn't even care much for the weapons that these people who were sort of like holding this place up had. Like, they were sort of like rusty, sort of like almost kind of makeshift looking.
So was this just a bandit camp that got raided by something?
Yeah. Anyways, I rolled a 19 on my check.
You get the impression that this structure generally in itself was sort of just made to block the road,
Okay.
which could mean that it was like a bandit camp or maybe a lookout. Whatever it was, you get the general impression that a force rolled through here and leveled it.
Okay. You know, these could be related to that town we heard about. That we never found.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a town down here, isn't there?
Yeah. To be honest, I don't think it might have been that worth going to if they can't be bothered to draw a single map.
I mean, how are we supposed to find the damn place? They can't draw a damn map. Well,
You're telling me there's not even like been one kid that kind of like scribbled "my home."
like I drew my house when I was a kid. That's what they do.
Let's continue.
That's
And
what
Sally
children
Forth.
do.
Sometimes.
Link never drew home.
Does Clink
I
remember
was
home?
given guns.
Link more important things to write.
Oh, you're Acadian.
To be fair, you kind of have to carve underwater. You can't exactly draw or paint really well.
To steal the local octopus.
I had to drop. I had to drop
but
myself with
it
charcoal.
just
My,
goes in the water. That's the issue.
I had to draw my
You
stuff.
can't try.
I had to draw my stuff with stolen charcoal. My masters wouldn't give me art supplies.
Oh,
And I made it sad. Let's keep moving.
You guys just heading on down?
Yeah.
So, the sort of like glowing runes all along this place have not let up whatsoever as you've been passing through. You eventually pass by the prison of woes, as I called it.
we could use the return stone now because
Yeah.
we've all been through here before.
Yeah, good call.
I mean, is there nothing else? I still see fog of war. I mean, I feel like going. Are there any, is there
You
anything
still
else
see
to us?
tunnels. You still see tunnels.
Yeah. I mean, we could explore, but the cache sounds important.
You still at least want to like look down the tunnel as we're going past it. I mean, you can carry on walking. I can flap. I can just
Plus,
go have a quick
people-
look down and keep
Not
moving.
many people can't keep a secret. There might be looters or opportunistic people who might go through it first.
Yeah, and you can carry on walking. Me, Parrot. No one thinks weird Parrot. I mean, everyone thinks weird Parrot, but that's a very separate thing. Yeah, all I'm doing is just flapping to the entrance of each of the tunnels and just having a look down there, seeing if there's anything of note to let anyone know.
You can see just like a nice little field of grass down here. Down here, you've already been, and same here. You've been up and around through here. You can just barely sort of make out a little docks down there with some what looks like fishing supplies.
Probably where the dude was getting his food from.
Must be.
Yeah, I just relay back. Fishing it down this tunnel with message, and then flat back.
Fishing.
Oh no, fishing minigame
Yes.
in my
Fishing,
tabletop
fishing.
RPG.
Oh, I'll have to catch every fish in the pond for completion.
Remember, Wizard Dad was here. He must have eaten.
True.
Elves do have a slow metabolism, but yeah, we still need to eat.
Is he an elf?
He was an elf. Yes, he was
He
an old wood
was.
elf.
Now he's dust.
Oh, are we talking about what was his face?
Toland,
Toland. Yeah. Okay.
the land of toes. He deserved to be. He deserves to be frazzled.
I don't know why you
Everyone
guys hated
wearing
him
his
so
belt.
much. He was so chill.
He's still wearing his belt.
I
He
thought
slit me.
chill. Glean hated him.
I hated it. I was gonna murder him.
It was on site.
He didn't do any of the heavy lifting, but we did all of it, and then he just walked through the door, and then went
He's
church.
of a spellcaster. He's like an old man, but like one of the shitty old men that are kind of just permanently stuck as like a level
Fuck him.
wizard.
Fuck him! I'm gonna go piss on his ashes.
Jesus Christ, Glean, that's disrespectful. He's a wood elf. He's also from nature.
Is that another
And
tunnel
one-
below us?
I support
I've
pushing on
killed
his ass.
63
No.
people.
You've
Okay, that
killed
was just a wall.
63 wood elves.
No, not what else. People.
Okay, I thought you were about to say not.
No, I'm
wood
not
elves.
racist to what else. Don't make this character racist.
Not
Okay,
this one.
okay.
The other ones, that's fine. This one,
The other ones, that's fine.
Mhm.
Nah, that's not it. Which one is it?
Okay.
That's definitely. You know what? That's it. That's a vibe. Okay. You arrive back at the absolute desolation of this place. You can just see the signs of battle all around. Like, there are still sort of like discarded sort of like limbs here and there. There's blood splatters. There's just scorch
Yeah, did you
marks.
pick up a machine gun here, Glean?
What?
Did you pick up a machine gun here? Did you bring it with you?
I was over at Thieves' Den when we were finding the angel, and I fired it empty. I don't think I even hit anything.
Can you reload it? I don't.
No.
Okay, okay.
I assumed I discarded it after that fight. Fight.
right?
I was just thinking of the mobile frog on frog turret.
I'm a druid, man. Guns aren't my thing.
Guns aren't your thing. Okay,
Anymore.
whatever.
Character development.
I'm just glad you don't hold big bets anymore.
But no, you pass into town and you see that you have like the door has been blocked up very well. Like no one's getting through now. It seems like. But
Okay.
you sort of like get back in and it is just refuse.
Can I investigate the top left office?
You mean the that place?
Yes.
Yeah, like on the way past, you look in. It's been sort of like picked clean.
Yeah, I assume they take anything that isn't nailed down.
Like there is, it looks like just nothing there. Even the
Okay.
demons didn't touch that place by the end. It looks like.
And is that dock empty?
Oh yeah, that. I'll tell you now. That's been empty all game. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you walk on back into the ruins of town, with the broken
Okay.
wall, where you lost your first crew member.
I'll have to rub it in. Okay. Well, I think the logical thing to do would be to get back in the vault and see if we can go deeper. Or it
Agreed.
could be in one of the side buildings and they just didn't know it.
It's expensive.
Oh,
Ew.
and Glean, you should see if you were able to salvage anything from the automaton. Okay.
Um,
I
are we going
didn't-
to?
I was going to say,
Oh.
didn't Glean go full druid and replace all levels so it isn't?
Yeah.
Oh,
I,
you replaced
yeah, I'm
them.
go- Oh,
Yeah, they were
I thought
all-
that was sorry. I forgot to fully explain that. When I got my like Druidic awakening, I respec my character, so I'm now fully a druid.
I'll let him do
Oh,
it.
No
okay.
No more fighter. No more
Hey,
artificer.
that gives me an opportunity, but I'm going to hold on and wait for that.
I'll allow it. I understand that making a
I
D&D
know.
character might take a while.
I'd rather. Okay. I'm thinking on it. I just thought about it. I'd rather have a Anlith build up from what she is instead of just like completely doing a respec.
As you
That's just me. But I'm going to go to the workshop first.
As you
That I
guys
was
do
down.
pass a little further into town, there is like the smoke in the air from where fires have gone out. But you can just sort of like make out over by where the vault is that there is a like smoke plume rising up from the ground.
Okay.
Like it looks like something has
Fire?
just burned.
We're not alone here.
Yeah, could be. It should be. Well, the thieves guilds could not keep a secret with that many people. They know it's abandoned, and while I'm certain they took as much as they could, they might not have taken everything, and people are looking to make a quick buck. But as long as they're not after what we're after, I don't really care.
And this is a wizard. There's no way for them to get out. We took the teleporter back to ship.
Yeah, but there's the mage teleporter right there, and that was used by everyone. It wasn't just wizards only. It was just made
No,
by
that-
wizards.
I think that was just wizards teleporting in. I think.
Well, anyways, let's just be thorough about this. I doubt the inn had anything since we stayed there and have always searched it. How is the bottom part, the Assassin's Guild and the Tinker's workshop looking?
Down here in the Assassin's Guild, it's as if they never were here.
Okay.
Like it's completely cleaned out.
It's like just there's the hollow husk of a building that you know used to belong to the Assassin's Guild, but there's nothing
And
there that
like-
ever says they were there.
Is looking for
Motherfuckers.
anything that could be like a lever or like a secret panel that you can push in. That's
Yeah,
what Anlith is looking for.
You can have a little investigation. What are you guys doing while this is going on?
Can I use perception or is it investigation?
Investigation.
Okay, well that's a 4.
Yeah, you do.
I want to go
not
talk
find anything.
I want to go talk to the death grass.
As you sort of go over to the death grass, you are the first to notice a hole has been blasted into the ground.
Guys,
I come running.
guys.
I come running.
And there is just an ancient looking staircase in there.
Well,
That's fucking
I don't think
ominous.
we'll need to be checking the vault proper then.
Also, Glean, it's worth mentioning that as a druid, you can tell that this grass has died. Like
Oh,
the
is
entire
it dead?
patch is just withered.
This affects
so
this affects Glean more than Steve's death did.
Glean collapses onto his knees, just witnessing all this death.
And this is like, oh, I'm like going to like, tap it with my shoe. I'm going to be like, is it still going to kill me?
1 million lives lost here.
He's like making these like weird like high pitched croaking
whine.
noises, and it's and whines and stuff, and it's just like a waterfall down his eyes.
Oh no.
Yes, Glean, you need that water for your tree and also for your skin.
Dude, what does the tree feel, by the way?
You could roll me a nature check.
What is the tree? I love this.
Yeah. Welcome to D&D, where you get to ask outlandish questions like, "What does the tree think about this?"
Before we
The
go
tree
in,
that is in my fucking head. 18, by the way.
The forest feels anger.
I think because these roots are in my brain, the anger that the tree feels is transferred into me, and I'm not a barbarian, but I think I might go into a rage.
when you like try to focus Glean and be like, well, I'm just going to try to distract Glean. I'm basically saying, let's do a short rest before we go deeper.
You mean a long rest now?
Well, yes, but it's a time of a
Bada
short
boom.
rest, so we're not like, burning through the time.
Yeah.
It's not like, well, if anyone comes back up from there, we in the perfect spot to intercept. And I did use quite a bit of spells.
What did this?
During the
Okay.
short rest, I will just like, Bleak would just be sitting there, like, looking at the staff, examining it, holding it up with a claw, twisting it around, going, "You were shinier. What happened?"
It just continues thrumming with this beautiful blue light.
Translated from Parrot, that was, "I would like to try a tuning with the stick."
Roll me an int check.
It was the flat int. Well, that was a natural 20.
Okay. Let me just
I
paste
mean, in
this
case
your
it matters,
DMs.
it would be 23 if it wasn't a natural 20. But you know,
So you feel yourself like attuning to this. You're sort of like, if you're not doing this by accident, this is just sort of like coming to you. You're trying to remember or like picture yourself as the wizard who built all of this and had this legend around them and like imprisoned this demon here. And you just sort of remember the staff as like an old friend.
you friend.
I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Inglourious Bastards, but in one scene they're in a basement, and one of the like German soldiers that they have working alongside them hates Nazis, and he's like, in preparation for killing them, is like running a blade up and down a leather belt to kind of like strop it. The entire time we are short resting, I want Glean to be stropping the sword for the
Speaking
Lord of
of
Light.
Glean may be not happy. Man, let's go do this. That's not really directed about
Oh shit, your
I'm
mic
going to-
just died.
Yeah, your mic quality degraded there for a second.
Hello? Hello? Check,
Yeah.
check. Yes,
Yeah.
You're good now.
Is it good? Okay. Analyst is going to see if there's any remaining death or life energy in the grass, and kind of Dark Souls sword in the ground, kneel with the sword.
Oh,
Because
You're
it's
trying-
death grass.
you're trying
I wonder
to
if that would be my sword.
use your sword to take more of whatever this essence is from anything that
Yeah.
remains here.
Yeah.
I feel like Glean might have some words about this.
Analyst is ready.
More step.
You need to speak
You-
up.
Not one more step.
Really, Glean? Life is a cycle. This grass is already dead. At least I can use its power to help life as it is. I'm actually going to offer a pact with Glean. I'm going to like take him at my hand. I swear I will not use these powers to hurt nature further.
What does the tree think?
Is this like you trying to defer to the DM on this one?
I'm trying to defer to the... Look, there's a tree in my head that is angry and wants vengeance. Is it sated from this?
Yeah, if I say if it's going to be used against revenge over the things that caused this. And Analyst sees this as just like normal. It's like life and death is a cycle.
For the forest inside of you, this does not quench the forest
Support each
fire.
other.
Like, it still feels rage for its fallen kin.
clean.
I've
I'm not
always
speaking to you.
believed leave the dead where they lie. And that includes plants.
I'm not taking the dead. I'm using what energy remains. Isn't it just the same as the cycle? Dead plants fertilize the new plants.
That energy is all they have left. It is not your right to take it.
Fine. I can see you're stubborn on this. Though you might not like what I do instead. So what Anlit is going to do is Anlit is going to, since it's a short rest and everything's back, I am going to do the guitar solo. And for like 3 rounds, inspiring leader, let me see, inspiring leader, aid, and motivational speech. Everyone gains their temp HP is up to 22. And then I'm going to spend another spell slot. Because I'm thinking, right, Analyth is kind of desperate. Analyth is kind of like thinking, I'll do whatever it takes to kind of like get out of the situation alive. Because Analyth wants to like be the one who reports on this, who she wants to survive this, basically. She wants to make it through this, no matter like the cost. Not like turning full evil or anything, but I'm going to life transference into my own sword.
Okay.
So DM gets to decide what happens, but I'm also going to use an inspiration die to increase the damage. So I'm going to take 18 damage, and that's 36 relative health to the sword.
So you're transferring your life essence into the sword.
Basically, yes. I'm padding my life essence because I'm not at the point of desperation yet where I'm willing to like take my very, like the core essence, but I'm willing to bolster my life essence and then shave that extra off.
As you put this sort of like power into this blade, as it gets sort of like a taste of this life, like in refined sort of like energy, the blade starts to like glow sort of red.
That's a new color.
Roll a deck save.
Dex save? Oh, I was going to say if I could do a charisma, but that's okay. Because I was just going to force a personality. Dex save, dex save. I can do a dex save though. Oh, that's a natural 20.
You're able to just jump back in time as this thing. It sort of like has this sort of like dark explosion sort of around it. And like the area like around it, it just sort of like glows.
Yeah,
The
I'm
blade
no longer on
glows
the
red.
grass. I'm off the grass.
And in your head, you just hear the words, "Finally," before the sword just embeds itself in the ground.
Alright. I'm going to grab the sword. And I'm going to kind of like personality it. It's like, I gave you the life energy. You're going to obey me and play by my rules. And if you don't, I'll leave you here, alone, and never to touch life again.
It does not respond in any sort of way.
If I grab it and pull it out, does anything happen?
It feels a little stronger in your hand.
Okay.
Roll a insight check.
Insight. Yay. That is... I'm going to add another inspiration die onto that. So that's old. That is a 17.
You get the sense this sword can hear everything that you say, and that it somehow holds a sort of sentience. But it's also kind of not listening.
It's choosing not to answer. You don't have to answer. This is all in my head, by the way. No one else is hearing this. But
I see in
I'm
it.
gonna be like, you don't have to answer. But the deal remains the same. If you go too far or try to take over me, I'll simply let go of you, and you can rot in this ancient tunnels like you were before for however thousands of years.
Okay. Is that
That's it.
all right?
Now we get party reactions.
I'm watching this happen, and I'm just kind of like glaring, like, oh no. What are you doing?
Handleth, silly, talking to Sword. Meanwhile, Kling continues to talk to Stick.
I'm guessing your stick is a much nicer talking partner than this sword.
It doesn't say anything.
Oh, well, I wouldn't notice since I rolled a 1 earlier, but does anyone else notice anything with my hand, my sword hand?
Do you want rolls for that sheet?
I mean, if anyone's paying attention specifically to it.
Well,
I
very
think Glenn
clearly
would
said
be
I was.
staring me
so-
the fuck down.
Yeah, I think I unconsciously. I mean, not that I'm specifically looking for this, but I'm just like, I've been staring at Amleth with rage in my eyes ever since they tried to steal energy from the what was left of the grass. That was a 19, by the way.
I got a, I got a 12.
Glean, you're very quick to note that Anlin's eyes have shifted to a darker shade.
Glenn does not bring this up.
Does the 12 notice that?
A 12 does not notice that.
Shite.
Okay. Well, I just noticed Glenn staring at me, so I'm gonna be like, do I not have the right to my own life essence? To do as I may, as a free creature. Or an animal. So you would
Glenn
put it.
remains silent.
Glenn. I'm not doing this for power. I'm doing this because I need to. If we make it out, the demon is stronger than anything we've ever faced. And I don't think the skeleton was lying when it said it could kill us as we are easily.
How much Amleth will be left when this is all over?
Please trust me that I'm not a fool, and I won't go too far. I know there are lines that can be crossed, but I do not plan on crossing them.
Amleth, you're free to do as you please. I've always made that clear. Just not
And-
free to tell you.
For the sake of the party, yes, Captain. I offer you the same vow that I did to Glean. I won't use this for evil or diabolical purposes. It's a means to an end, and I hope you can trust me that I won't go overboard with it.
You can do whatever you want with it. As long as you come out the other side, okay. And then I start walking toward the staircase.
Okay. Captain leading the charge.
Yep, I got 11 hate drawn, ready to go.
Glean.
Glenn is like almost like chest to back with Atira.
Glean, please. There's no need for this. We both want the same thing.
Yeah, you guys head on through. Looking down, it looks like this hole was just blasted in with very minimal consideration. You can see where the staircase probably would have started, but this sort of leads down about midway, so there's a bit of a drop.
How much is a bit?
Yeah, like 15 feet.
Boy hand. Well, 15 feet. Wait, I think we can just. Well, I think it'd be best if we leave a rope. Is there anything to tie it in, or is it just grass and empty spot?
I'm just going to assume that there's probably a bit of rubble.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tie a rope into rubble so we can at least have like an escape rope and take off like.
Is it a sheer
30
drop or is
feet?
it like an incline?
It is a.
Yeah, it's.
It's a sheer drop.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to take like 30 feet, so 15 above and 15 below, so it's nice and balanced. So we're going to just take off 30 feet. Okay. I'm glad I didn't have to leave a harpoon behind. I am only down to 3 of those.
Okay. And with that, you descend in.
Just remember, Andlith, I can fly. I can untie knots with Mage Hand
Okay.
Why would you
if we ever need to. Because that way we can go down, not let anything come behind us.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure, go ahead.
And then
I
it
actually
also
do
means
like
you don't
being
have to like cut ropes or anything like that. We can just use the rope you have and keep it as full length.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to do that.
From here, I am going to have to wrap up the session a little early today.
Okay.
That's okay.
But you've made good progress.
Yay.
You've been very
Yay,
poggers.
yippee.
And yeah, thank you all.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sheeper.
Yippee.
Yippee!
Yippee! I think next session we're gonna kill a goddamn demon.
I don't think we're close to
No,
the
no,
demon.
I-
I kill a demon.
We might find something down here.
I said a demon, not the demon.
And the demon is Andlin. No.
No.
At this rate.
We don't even know if it's a demonic blade. Could just be death.
Yeah, that's better.
Well, it's what Sheeper. It's what
Think he's
Sheeper knows.
Clink is completely oblivious to all this. Too busy looking at Stick.
Stick. Stick.
Clink does not sense the tension between Glean and Anlith.
But no, that'll be all for this week. Catch us in the next episode, which we will smoothly transition into.
Yes.
Right now.
Whippity wee!